Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube Live or my Facebook Live, whichever you're joining me. Remember, if you're through YouTube, make sure that you've subscribed below, hit that bell, and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Another thing is this is part of a live. So as we go along and I'm talking with different people, if you don't like that sort of stuff, what you can do is just watch it on the replay, and then you can turn around and just scoot on by all that part. So welcome. It is here in Canada. It's starting to get a little bit better. Well, in British Columbia anyways. And for all my friends and family in Canada or around the world, if you are a Canadian and you celebrate Canada Day, welcome. We are 157 years old today. And I know we're a very, very young country, but I'm a proud Canadian, I must say. So welcome to on Mondays, where I do either a 3D project or a fancy fold project. And you know what? There's so many fancy folds out there. And actually, I came up with this one, and I didn't come up with it. Honestly, I do have something in my mind that I might create my own card, but I'm not really that daring. But this was from a stamping friend in New Mexico, and she did this, over a year ago, and it's always something, and I reached out to her, and it is something that I always wanted to do, but I never really got around to it. And there's so many other demonstrators that do the same folds as we go through, but you get to see their interpretation of it as well. Hello, Jeanne. Yes, thank you. Yes, you guys get your big celebration in 3 days, and our big one is today. I just hope that the rain can hold off well, we're not having fireworks tonight. We're actually having some sort of a drone show. I have no idea. I always really, really wonder what's going on. Hello, Marlene, and the same to you. Awesome. So, we, like I say, we're just doing a fun fold. I don't know if you'd call it a fancy fold. I guess you could call it a fancy fold. But it's a pop-up flip card, and I've always wanted to do one of these. And it's funny, when I got this stamp set, I knew exactly what I was going to do with it, and it's this particular card that we're doing today. So this one's so cute. I like this one. This one cracks me up. It says, hello, grumpy. And one is welcome, green pea. So, or welcome, sweet pea. And there's, like, it could be for a birthday. It could be to your grandparents. It could be to, oh my goodness, it could be to almost anything. Um, but it's just a fun set. So I thought I'd do it. Oh, the drone shows are fantastic. You know what? Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get down there. It's so crowded down there. If I could get a spot where I could see it, I would be amazing. Hello, Marilyn. And you're in Sorrento. It must be raining out there too, is it? And hello, Mario. Mario, you saw a drone show in Texas, and it was amazing. Well, maybe we're more with the times than what I really figured we were. So that's all good. You know what? Good on them for doing something like that. So anyways, we are going to do a pop-up fold twist card. I think she called it a pop out flip fun fold card. And oh, look at the colors. I am using my favorite colors, I must say. And I've got a bunch of stuff already cut here. I'm going to actually have to go and cut with the cut and emboss machine. But you know what? I have a funny feeling I don't even have those dies with me now. Isn't that ridiculous? Well, I do know where I do have an extra one sitting. It's sitting on my scrapbook page, if you can believe it. Awesome. Oh, no. Do I feel it in there? Nope, I don't. Okay. Let me just double check over here and see. Yes, I kind of have it over here, but not really. So here it is. My goodness. There's always that expression, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. And let me tell you, forget it today. We're going to be using the Nested Essential dies today. Now, this particular fun fold, you can use any type of uh, die that you want to pop this particular image out, and I'll explain that as I go along. But I decided to use this because I want to use a few things from this particular stamp set on there, and we're going to have to do some fussy cutting, but that's okay. You know, I really enjoy doing that as well. Oh, sunshine out at Sorrento. Well, that's nice. Hello, Karen. Thank you, and the same to you. Okay, so this is Summer Splash, and I've gone ahead and I've scored it at 4¼ inches, and we're just going to go in and fold it and get a good bone fold on there. And Carol's up at White Mountain. Oh, Big White. I should know better than that, Carol. I know that that's where you do habitat. Now, this is the Designer Series paper, and this is cut at 4 by 5¼ inches. Now, this part is really, really important that you understand that what you want to do is you just want to go around this edge. We do not want to go all the way around. Like, I wouldn't go inside here, not on this particular one. And I'll explain in just a minute why we're doing that. And then it'll make perfect sense to you when we do it. Okay, so I'm just going to center that. Now, I really like the striped pattern on this one as well. But I thought this kind of lent to the peas. You know what I mean? It's, anyways, the stripes would look kind of nice with the peas too. And then I'm going to take the same piece and do it on the inside. So our sentiment in our writing area is going to be on the back of this card. But I think once you see this, you're not going to mind that, doing that at all. Now, this piece I can do all over because we don't want that coming up at all. And I should show you kind of what I'm doing. I have templates. Always before I make a card, I do a template. And this is old scrap paper. And this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be a pop-up card. But I always like to have that template done ahead of time. All right. So then on the front of this piece here, I want to go in and I want to center this in such a spot that it's going to be in the center. Now, remember, if you had glued all the way down, then you would have been going through glue on here. Now, which is no big deal, but we want some of this. We want this piece that I'm cutting out is so important. So I do have to bring in my cut and emboss machine for this part here. I could have actually done it, I guess, off camera. That might be the route to go. So how many have these well-loved plates? I should actually wash these. Now, there's a really easy way to wash these. What you can do is you can just soak them in boiling water, and then you can kind of straighten them a little bit. Mine aren't that bad for being crooked. So I want this in the middle. So let me just readjust that. And then I'm just going to come through with my plates. Now, I know this one's a little warped, but that's because I let somebody else use this and it didn't get moved back and forth. Like I take my plates and I switch them back and forth, right? And honestly, if they get to the point where too much is being like transferred, like your lines and everything are being transferred from one side to the other, what you want to do is replace those plates anyways. So the ones that were at the top, you can put down at the bottom, and vice versa on there as well. And I'm thinking I have lost some of these pieces that I had cut out for this card. That's okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, and because this wasn't attached, I now have this piece that I need for the center of my card. This I'll keep for something else, and then we'll put those dies away. And then now what we want to do is we also want another piece of that Summer Splash. Just going to put that off to the side, and we're going to cut a piece that is, whoops, look at that's on the back of that. I don't want that piece. I'm going to come in with another piece and get it so that it's not going to have that bit onto the back. Now you're going to need a piece here that is It's going to be 3 by 4 inches. So I'm going to go the 3 inches like this and the 4 inches along the top here. And then on that 4-inch side, what we're going to do, we're just going to reserve this for later. We're going to score at 1 inch. Now remember, we're scoring, we're not cutting. So we're going to use this blade here. 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. That's going to be part of our mechanism. And then we have this piece here that is going to be 3/4 of an inch. See how long is this one in the port? Okay, we're going to go 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to go 3/4 of an inch measured off of this side here, and then, oh no, that's wrong. We're going to go 3/4 of an inch this way, and then we're going to have this 2 1/4 inch. And then what we're going to do with that piece there is we're going to score this at 1 1/4. All right, so that should be all that we need with our scoring at this point until we go to make some sentiments and stuff. Okay, so this is the mechanism that's going to go on the inside. So we're going to open this up here, and this, like I say, works like a box, and that's going to pop up here. Yes, Carol, this is my favorite color as well. Hello, Amanda. Thank you. When is your national holiday over in the Netherlands? That was quite the adjustment for me, is not to call it Holland. It's the Netherlands. Holland is a district, right? Am I correct there? Okay, so now what you want to do is take this, and we want to like open it up. So I'm actually just going to, let's get all these good and burnished here. Just like so. And then we're going to open this up, and then I want to put this right in the middle of this. So it's going to go right. I just want it centered in that middle part there. Okay, so you're going to line it right up close to that. Let's just pull this down like this. And then we could use tear and tape here. Ooh, I'm wondering. You know, this will be okay on this part. So I'm just going to come and put some more glue on there. So this is just going to sneak right up there. Right up to that crease there. Hello, Connie from North Carolina. Oh my goodness. You're on the other side of the world from us. Okay, so then this part, we're just going to fold up like this. And now what we want to do is we want to see how much of this is showing here. And this is no big deal that this part is showing here. But I do not want to glue anywhere near that part. So what I'm going to do is come here and just put the glue onto this part. Just like so. And then we're just going to flip this down. And now I'm just going to hold that into place. And of course, we need to have that. All right. So then that is going to be our working piece. And that's what's going to help us with our pop-up. Now with this piece here, like I say, it's 3/4 of an inch. Is that 3/4 of an inch? Geez, sometimes my eyes play with me. And then you have the longer part and the shorter part. So what you want to do is you want to take this longer part, and it's going to go right in the middle there. But you know that that doesn't come down there with there, so we don't want to go down past there with our glue as well. Now you could use tear and tape. I tend to like glue because just in case I need some wiggle room. But you notice I didn't glue right down to that end there. These are fun cards. Like this really gives somebody a treat. And this can be as nice as you want or as cutesy as you want. So this is going to be a little cutesy. All right, so there's our mechanism. I just want to straighten that around. Now I'm just going to put that off to the side. Now see, this piece here is going to go on here. And when that's attached, this is going to pop up like that. Okay, fun cards. I like these interactive type cards. Now I went with my nested essential dies and I cut the one that is just one bit smaller than that. And this is also a photo polymer stamp set that I'm using. So I'm just going to come in and put this underneath our piece of paper here. And let's see, I am going to put, now what way are those stamps going? We have one going like that. I think what I'm going to do is put my sentiment down here. Now, if it was just a straight sentiment, I would put it right along the bottom like this, hello grumpy. But this is because it's happy birthday. I'm going to come in with this one, and I'm going to come in with the summer splash on the 27th. Yeah, it's the king's birthday, right? Yes. And isn't it in yellow and blue is your colors there, Amanda? That was probably, I have to say, one of my better holidays. I learned so much, or I think I learned so much. But unfortunately, we're not going to Europe next year. I think we're going to head down to the South Pacific. All right, so we have that part there. And I'm thinking that maybe this part or this part might go behind there. I'm not sure yet. We'll kind of wait till we see how this progresses. All right, so now we have some spare. We have some basic white in here. And this is a scrap. Red, white, and blue with an orange touch. Yes, there you go. All right. And I think that orange, isn't that something to do with the colors, your Olympic colors too? Or maybe that's something from used to be, because I know that the Netherlands used to always be an orange color. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to use Memento, and I'm hoping that this is going to stamp okay. If it doesn't, we're going to have to go in and clean that stamp. Oh, it worked okay. Now, if you find that your photopolymer does not stamp very well, what you want to do is you just come in with, I always say an artist ruler, and just rub it on there and it will color better. So I will show you what that means. You just go in here and just color this part and then just clean it off, and probably on your stamp cleaner. So just like this. And this just makes it easier for the ink to absorb, not absorb into the stamp pad, but to go in there. All right, so we have this one as well. This might be a big, let's see what this one's going to look like. Cute. Oh my goodness. Now, what else do we want on there? Let's see what we've got from there. I think at this point we could put some of these things on there too. What color should I use as an accent color with that? Oh, well, let's just start playing with this and see how this is going to work. Okay, so I happen to have some Summer Splash and some Granny Apple Green. At first, I thought this was going to be a monochromatic card that I could enter into our team challenge, but that's not going to work because of the green. Okay, so let's just color the green face. And I think we can color all of these peas in here as well. and just get that. Yeah, we definitely do not have as big of a celebration as they do with our friends down south. But it's coming along. It's really starting to be a totally different celebration now up here. All right, so I'm just going to put some shading on this side. Like that. And then we're going to come back in with our light Granny Apple Green. You know, I never used to use this color, and I just love it now. Now, this is coloring a little bit different because I've got it on this mat. So I'm just going to take that off, actually. All right. And then we're going to come in with, you know, I'm thinking Summer Splash, or can it be Pool Party? No, it can't be Pool Party. That's too green. Let's go in with the light one. This almost looks like Shy Shamrock. There we go. And then we'll go with the darker up at the top of the pea pod. And you know, I'm going to give this a little bit of color there. And let's come in and just get a bit of shading on there. I'm using the shading that Stampin' Up is giving us. I'll just come back in and just use a bit more. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to start doing some coloring on the hat. And I'm kind of thinking that this pumpkin pie is going to be a good color with that. So let's go. Yeah, I think that'll work. And let's just put this on there. And we can then go, I think, with the darker Pool Party. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's giving it just a tiny bit different of a color. And the mouth, I'm just giving it just some shading in there. And then what do I want to do here? You know what? I'm thinking to myself that maybe what I can do is there's these, and I don't know what this is, but I'm kind of thinking, let's go ahead and use one of those. Such a small piece. Let's go, and we're going to cut those out. But this is going to be in peach pie. This peach pie and the Summer Splash go very, very well together. All right, let's first of all cut this out. Yes. Wow. Yeah, it was, like I say, we had an amazing time over there. We learned quite a bit. Your history is amazing. Canada's only 157 years old. So we don't really have that much history. We have history, but we don't have the history as our counterparts in Europe do, and as our counterparts down south. All right, so when you're going to fussy cut this, what you're going to do is you are moving, you're just using the scissors, and you are moving your thumb is doing the driving, is what a primary school teacher told me the other day. Let your thumb do the driving is what she tells her pupils. So there's that one. Oh, cute. Now I'm going to put adding a tiny bit of pool party on here. All right, let's come here. I know this takes a little bit longer to do, but honestly, you see really how easy fussy cutting really is. And fussy cutting is something that you get used to. I know a lot of my people never used to like fussy cutting, but I know there's some on here like Marilyn. She likes her fussy cutting. Now, to me, you just have, there's just so much more that you can do because not all of your stamp sets have dies. So you definitely want to go in and be able to fussy cut. Now I see that bled out a little bit there. I'm going to show you something that you can do with your color lifter. Let's just bring that around and down. I want to take that little sharp bit off there. There we go. Now, with your color lifter, what you can do is if you do go outside of the lines, which a lot of us do, just take your bullet end and go from this end here, and what you do is it's pushing it back into the ink. So that should help. All right, so we have this. We have this. Now I think we can go put, I'm going to treat those little things like confetti. Yeah, we're going to pretend that that's confetti all over the place. So when I put this on, I'm just moving it and changing it around. Just like so. You wait till you see this card, though. It's so dang cute. All right, so we have it like that. And then, let's see, I think I can go in, if this is like this, and this is going to go on here. It'd be kind of neat if we had some other images on there. And I don't know how this would work, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to come in with this, which is the sprig. And then we're going to come in with our light blend. We're not going to color it all. Now I could have colored that right onto that part there. Like right onto this piece right there. Just like that. And you know what? I'm going to fussy cut this one out just because I want a little bit more dimensional on that particular part there. Now, like I say, you could go to being on this type of a card. You could do it as very pretty. The one that I kind of got this idea from, she did a butterfly and she's done flowers with it as well. I don't know what else. I can't remember what else she did. It was quite a while ago. I had to try it this morning because I wrote down the instructions, and I tend to do that and then I forget where anything is. So remember, if you like this, give me the thumbs up, share my video. It's really important that you do that. By doing that, it increases my subscribers, which really helped me as far as different things that I can actually do on YouTube and on Facebook. I know that sounds really strange, but that is the story. The more you do on the Facebook and on the YouTube allows for more capabilities on there. All right. So, okay. You didn't notice this in the catalog. I think it was one of the first things that I noticed, Carol. All right. So it's just going to come like that. Let's go here, and then we can put this guy right there. So he's kind of like he's in the pea pod. Now, I think I'm just going to kind of put that down a little bit. I'm going to let it kind of free flow. So we're just going to have this go. We don't want... Now, one thing about this whole mechanism is it can't go out this side. It can go up above, but as long as it doesn't go above your card. So this would go, and it's not going to be above my card, so I'll be okay. We're going to go ahead and put him there. Look at this. I've got stuff all over the place. We'll go in with our dimensionals. It's party time. Just like this. That. Let's go ahead and put one here. Yeah, I think this is just a fun sort of thing that's different. Sometimes we're so serious with everything that we do in life, right? All right, so now this part here, whoops, I probably should have put this on first and then decorate it, but no worries. This is what I'm going to do. So on this piece here that flaps like that, let's close this up. I am going to put glue on all of that. Just making sure that it's not going to ooze out, because that will infringe the way that this works. Oops. So this is just going to go right onto here. And it's going to pop out of that hole. So see, it's just going to come like that. And then when this goes down, whoops, we got to make sure that that's good and dry. Let's just hold that in place. Now, what I want to do, if it's happy birthday, is there anything else? And this is going to go right like so. Whoops, see, I don't have that glued in there right. Now, I am seeing, there we go. See how that's going to pop up? Now, you might have to just help it a little bit, but I see that I probably could have gone in and put those things on either side to help that pop up. And you know what? While we're here, I'm going to do that. And the reason being for that is I want this to make sure that this is going the right way. So this is 3/4 of an inch. I'm actually going to go and cut that in half. So here we are doing something on the fly, right? So this is, I'm going to go right down here and cut this. No, you know what? Maybe. Okay, I'm going to actually do this. So let me go in and cut 3/4 of an inch, and you'll see what I'm going to do here. And this is by 2 1/4 each of these, because this is moving around, and I think it's because I made it a little bit bigger than what they suggested, because I wanted more room for my what I wanted to have on there to pop up. So then we're going to score this at 1 1/2 or 1 1/4 like we did on the other one. Now this might be a little tricky getting this on afterwards. Is this 3/4 of an inch, or is it too wide? No, we're okay. And then we're going to score this one again at 1 1/4. So then we're going to apply these two here, and you'll see why I'm doing this. Okay, so when I applied this here on this one, this kind of lets this part here flop around. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to apply this one here and another one here, and that's going to keep it stabilized. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to apply another one right there. So right here. Oh, I didn't get that down too far. That's going to go. So one more here. And you see why it's like that. And one more on this side as well. And that's just going to give us a bit more stability so this doesn't rock around. I wondered about that, but kind of prepared too. So just like that. And then on this part, I want to make sure that that's right even. Just like that. Now we're going to put some glue right there. And glue on this one here. And then when we go to flap this down on here, that's going to make it even so that when this flaps down up, it's now going to flip up properly. See, remember when I was doing this, it was tending to flip back and forth, and I didn't want that happening. So that's going to go like that. And then let's go ahead and put this little guy right here. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know, I could have done something else too. That would have been a little interesting. All right. I think I can pop that up with another dimensional, or maybe not. I'm going to. One more. So this is just going to go in like this. And then what we want to do is I want to have a piece for the back. It's just going to go on here as a writing thing. You know what? To me, that's just too big. I'm going to come in and cut that down to my size that I like. Is 3 3/4 by 5. I just was thinking that that's crooked. That other piece was crooked. All right, so let's just go ahead and do that. And then because we can, I'm just going to come in and take our summer splash and put our sprig here. And I just thought of something else that I thought would be kind of neat on here. Let's see, how's that looking on the front of the card? Just like that. Kind of needs something here. Whoops, something's happened there. Oh dear. Oh, I see what I did. Now, that's very, very important because what I've got done is there's a bit of glue right there. Whenever there's any glue on anything, just go in with your embossing buddy and just get, yeah, that was just that little piece there that I figured was going to be a little bit out of there. Now, I could come in with a glue eraser, but it's kind of in a spot where I'm not going to get that glue eraser. So just like this, pops up like that. Oops. So here, pop up like that. So it shows like this to you. And you may have to work it just a little bit, but is that ever fun, right? And that lies flat, pops up. Now, on here, this is something that you could do. You don't have to do, but something that will kind of just add a little bit to it is I'm just going to take this marker and just put a couple of dots on there, on that flower. Just like that. And I could have done the same on here too. But that's going to go onto the back. And I wish there was something a little bit more that we could put on just onto the front. So let me just put my thinking cap on. So that just comes up. I don't think there's anything there. That's just, we're just going to go in there and double check that. Because like I say, we want that to pop up like that. Now, we can go ahead and put some gems. And the best gems are the resin dots. So I go and I reorganize my things here, and now I can't find my resin dots. Oh, here they are. They're right at the front. So we have these to go on there. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a strip of basic white. Or what you could do here is you could put in a sentiment here. But you know what? I think it's kind of okay. Now, let's come in with the Summer Splash ones. I've used these a lot. I find they're lots of fun. I wonder what this would look like. Anyways, we're going to come in with this Summer Splash. Let's put one there. We can go ahead and put one here. And then another one right over here. All right. You kind of get lost in there. I'm thinking that I'm going to add something to the inside of this. I'm thinking that this would be kind of cute to see something in there as well. Awesome. So there we go there. Oh, thank you, Marlene. Okay. So remember, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, Karen. If you have any questions at all, I think I explained that well enough. Maybe future might be a little bit not so wide here, but you can fix it by that. Or the other part is you could have done a larger mechanism, would have worked as well. And then, like I say, you're just going to put your writing on the back there. Okay, what have we got going on here? So July the 1st. So don't forget, on July 3rd starts bonus days. We've got bonus days in Canada. For every $60 that you spend, you get a $6 coupon to redeem in August. What else is there? There's online exclusives. Oh my goodness, you guys, I cannot wait. The online exclusives, I've got lots of classes that are going to be based around that. My Your Creativity Awaits is based around one of the online exclusives. My Christmas class is based around 2 of the online exclusives. So there's lots of things going on. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that card. That was a lot of fun to make. I can see myself doing some more stuff with this particular one. I like that grumpy. I think that one's really cute. All right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. And if you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I would love to work with you. Bye for now.